Cuckoo, good morning. I'm on my way to beekeeping school, so my beekeeping class, so I can become a certified beekeeper, and I'm very excited about it. And as I am hustling here, I've been thinking about what I want my goal for the week to be, and I want my goal and focus for this week to be on sacrificing to make space for more. So I'm going to really focus on taking a very conscious inventory and, going in prayer and whatnot to really think through exactly what it is that needs to go. If there's anything else that needs to go, if there's anything that I need to change, anything like that, then I really want to make sure that I'm listening to that and doing that so that I can make space for the greater and the better and the possibility. Because this, y'all, is going to be one of my best years yet. Like, this is going to be the year when things pop off the vision board and into real life. And I just know it. Just like I knew the year before I was going to move to Paris, I knew, like, literally 6 months before, I was like, I'm moving to Paris next year. And people were like, hey, Adrielle, how's that going to happen? I was like, I don't know, but I'm moving to Paris next year. And it happened. I mean, it was a little chaotic, but it still happened. There was a lockdown, but it still happened. This is going to be an absolutely exceptional year. I already know it. And so I need to get serious about, doing what I can do and becoming the person I need to become in order for that to happen. So those are my morning reflections. I'm a little late. They're fitting me for my suit today, my little beekeeping suit. And the odd thing is they didn't include the cost of the beekeeping suit in the price of the class. They were like, oh, the beekeeping suit is an extra €100. I was like, why did we not put that in the price? That's something that happens a lot in France. There are a lot of, random cost. And I'm always wondering, why? Why did we not communicate this before? Anyway, let me go. Let me focus. Let me get here. I'm sweating. Bye. I was just fitted for my beekeeping suit, and they were like, this is the smallest size we have, which is small. And I was like, oh, that's not going to fit. And I put it on, and it did fit. And the woman goes, oh, my gosh, you're so small. And I looked at her, I was like, ma'am, aren't we the same dagnabbit size? And then she's like, oh, well, you're just going to have to make do with the small because we're unable to order, you would need, a child size. You're so petite. And I just looked at her and was like, ma'am. So, of course, in this country, there is a store for everything. So there is a beekeeping store. So I'm going to go to the beekeeping store and buy my own dagnabbit suit and gloves so that I can get something that fits my small body. Good morning, my loves. So I am hustling to beekeeping. I am about to be late, but hopefully not late. I'm, as usual, so I'm a little behind in beekeeping. I had grand plans that I would be on top of this, everything else. I would translate everything from French to English. That was not a good plan. What I should have done is I should have read a beekeeping book in English before the class even started. And then that way I would have had some English foundation, because trying to learn French bee language while also just trying to learn about the bees, these are things, these these require 2 different brain activations I'm learning. So right now I have ordered a book on bees, and hopefully it should be delivered today or tomorrow. And so I'm going to study that book, and then the book that they gave us, once I studied that book and I understand the foundations and fundamentals, then with the book that they gave us, I'm going to focus on understanding what all this stuff means in French. I have found some tools that have helped, like a transcription tool that will transcribe the class, which is in French. I've been using ChatGPT to help me with creating infographics. I'm a visual learner, so if I can have a picture that represents the information, it's better. This stuff isn't perfect, right? But it does well enough. Those birds were fighting. So that's kind of another thing that I'm really doing. And I'm also using ChatGPT to take the French transcript and kind of put it into English so I can understand and follow it a bit more. And this is going to be really helpful because I'm able to then also read the book, but read the book from a place of already understanding. And I also had ChatGPT make me a summary of key terms and to put their definitions in French and their definitions in English and to give me a translation of the term in English. So again, I'm not I have that easy reference, and so I can look in my head and be oh, that's what that is, that's what that means in French. Now let me understand how I say it in French, right? Because understanding comes to me in English, and so I have to understand the information in English, and then I can get the French words. So some people might say that's backwards and I should be doing them both at the same time, but because I'm now behind, I have to make some adjustments to get myself caught up, and then I'm just really going to have to really study the book they gave us. I'm off to beekeeping yet another morning. It is so windy again, y'all. It's insanely windy, and it's really cold, and we're on day 575 straight of nothing but rain, and it's exhausting. Hello, my loves. So it has been so cold and so rainy that I've just been making really lots of really hearty recipes. I went to the market this morning and I decided I'm going to make for dinner tonight a braised white beans and greens with Parmesan. And as with most of my recipes, I found it on the New York Times cooking app. And of course, as with most of my recipes, I'm going to do it how I want to do it. I have my own flavor profile and I want to taste how I want it to taste. So that said, let's do this.
So to finish off the bean kale mixture, I put mozzarella cheese in it, and then I drizzled a little bit of onion over it, and then I have also a plate of chicken that I'm going to put into it. It could, like, the chicken could be like a side, but I know that it's a huge chicken breast, and I know I'm not gonna eat all of it, so I just like kind of cut it into little pieces. And of course we have bread, because we always need bread. This is bread. And this is so good. This is so good. The one thing I will say about the recipe is it called for a small can of beans. I ended up getting a really big can of beans, which I'm glad that I did. But this is delicious. Well, my loves, your girl is going to bed. I am decompressing. I have finished dinner. The little dishwasher is on. I'm washing, cleaning. The apartment is about to sparkle in preparation for the weekend. And my family coming to visit for my birthday. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, stay safe. To all of my February birthdays, happy birthday! Birthday month, buddies! I'll talk to you later. Bye!